this week, folks, we could actually seek a Ligue 1 Champions League final as PSG and Olympic Lyon try to do the unthinkable. But the rest of the domestic league kicks off this week, and we're going to predict each and every one of the games starting right here, right now. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we're going to kick off Ligue 1 with match number 1, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Ligue 1 related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football, we're going to go here, boys. Under one Ruski. That's right, folks. We've never done this before. Of course, last season, the season prior, we've done the Bundesliga, we've done the La Liga, we've done Serie A, and of course, we've done the domestic leagues out in England. But this year, we're looking at some new leagues, and Ligue 1 is one of them. Of course, it is the talk of the town. We have 2 of the final 4 in the old Champions League, and they're coming from this division. So these boys ain't mucking about no more. They're into the thick of things, and they're going to be serious contenders as well. So we'll talk more about the Champions League and all that kind of jazz further on in the video. But before then, I want a big shout out to the Patreon gang. That's right, the Dirty Dozen. You know who you are. And I'm going to just tell everybody, just remind everybody who those special people are. And I'm talking about Dylan Goddard. I'm talking about Aztec Markaby Mark, Russell Frost, William Shepherd, LG and Cow, John Spurn, Tom Clark, Tom Beresford, Bianca Muller, Daniel Mella, Joachim Johansson, of course, Cody Cahoe. So respect to all of those guys. They are Patreons for the channel. They've gone that step further. And they are now my new best mates, brother to my mother and all that kind of stuff. If anyone else is out there watching this and they think, I want to be one of the old special people, well, you can still do that. Wide open, boys, wide open. There is a link down below in the old description, patreon.com/Roverseas. Check it out. You do get access to some perks and privileges. I'm still elaborating on those as we jump into the deep end a little bit. Of course, the seasons are starting to come back thick and fast, and these past few months have been a bit crazy. Anyway, let's jump into the old vortex here and take a little look at what we're talking about. Of course, the games do kick off on Friday, the August the 21st. That is match 1, match day 1, and we'll get to all that in a minute. Just a recap of what the teams are in this division. Here they are as they stand. I don't know why Olympic Marseille and Saint-Etienne are top, maybe just because they're going to be the first teams in action. But these are your 20 teams for the 2020-2021 season out in Ligue 1. If you want to know what I think for the whole division as a whole, what I expect to happen, I've done a video on that, and hopefully there should be an image up there somewhere, so make sure you check it out. I'll probably drop the old link in the old description as well, so make sure you check that. That's what I've done for the whole season prediction. But of course, from here on in, we're going to do match day by match day predictions. Why? Because we want to become the greatest predictor known to man. That's right. We're going to be judging ourselves, myself, against you guys in the old prediction league. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm hoping to have a video. I know it's behind the times a little bit, a prediction league explainer, but if you want to drop into the old Scottish Premier League videos that I've done so far, we're already up and running up to week 4 on that bad boy. And of course, this one should be a little bit more competitive, a little bit more hard to predict. There's a lot more competition, I feel, in this division. So if you want to get it stuck into it, again, there should be a video out now or very, very soon about the old prediction league, so check that sucker out. Basically, what I want you to do is copy, paste the fixtures that I've put in the old description, paste them in the comment section, give me your score lines, what you think will happen, and then of course when we come back to the review section of this match day, we'll take a look at my results, or the results, my predictions and your predictions, and I'll put you in a league table, a leaderboard, and see where you are. Anyway, let's jump in the deep end and have a little look, of course, at match day number 1. That's right, and here we go. Now, this is the original match day number 1 lineup. Of course, the back end of it, the Lyon game and the PSG game have been put back because they have made their successful journey to the semi-finals, and they've got other things on their mind. Come the days of these games, they might still or may not be in the Champions League, but it doesn't matter. They will be at least kiboshed for this weekend. They'll play catch-up a little bit later on. So let's jump in the deep end, of course, and take a little look at Olympic Marseille. They're going to kick it all off, bad boys, on Friday, the 21st of August. So these boys have met a few times over the years. 117 matches, that's right, 53 wins for Olympic Marseille. 23 draws and 42 wins for Saint-Etienne over the years, so you can kind of get a good vibe of who is the favourite for this one. It is at the Orange Drome or the Olympic Velodrome or whatever it is. Marseille come into this. In the past 6 encounters between these two sides, there's been 4 wins for Marseille, 2 wins for Saint-Etienne, and no draws. They did play last time around. It was around about February, earlier in the year. Of course, last season, 2-0 win for Marseille away from home in Saint-Etienne. Dimitri Payet and Nemanja Radovic on the score sheet. for the win. Last time I played in Marseille, there was a 1-0 win back in September 2019. So around about this time last year, give or take, with Dario Benedetto, who was the top goal scorer for Marseille last season. Heading into this, though, Saint-Etienne have actually lost their last 7 away matches in Ligue 1. That's stretching back into last season. Marseille are undefeated in 16 of the last 17 matches in Ligue 1. And they'll fancy their chances as well. Of course, last season was abruptly ended. And since then, there's been some friendlies and all that kind of jazz for the boys, but I'm not really going to look into that kind of perform. However, the bookies, they're going to give Marseille favourites 13-8 on this bad boy. 40-5 is your draw. 17-4 is your away team. That is Saint-Etienne. Of course, everyone starts on 0. There's no cheating here, boys and girls. I'm going to go with on this one. I'm going to side with my team. Marseille are probably my team. I'm still open to discussion. I did do a part of the journeyman for my football manager save with Marseille, and I got a little bit of a soft spot for them. They're going to be up there though, at the top 3, top 4, something like that. I think they get up open with an opening day victory against Saint-Etienne. 2-1 win in the end. Next up we have Girondins de Bordeaux. I'm just going to call them Bordeaux for me, because I'm still learning the language. They're going to be taking on Nantes, of course. 106 times that these two sides have played against each other. 43 victories for the hosts, 27 draws, 37 victories for the visitors. That is Nantes. Heading into this, again, I'm not the best French speaker. In fact, I don't know any French. Le bon, that's all I got. Anyway, these two sides, of course, we've already talked about that. The last 6, though, 4 wins for Bordeaux, 1 win for Nantes, and 1 draw. They played in Nantes back in January. It was a 1-0 win for Bordeaux. Jimmy Brand on the score sheet. Andre Giotto got himself sent off on this bad one. Last time they played at Bordeaux was a 2-0 win for Bordeaux. So it's been back-to-back wins for them. Kamano on the score sheet. Uji Lo, or Joe, on the score sheet for Bordeaux. And the last time they played in Bordeaux back in November. Bordeaux actually drawn their last 3 home matches in Ligue 1, stretching into last season, of course, when their season was abruptly ended. The bookies on this bad boy, they go 11-8 for the hosts on this one, 11-5 the draw, 2-1 is your away win. Tight one this one, close to call, but I'm still going to go with the hosts on this one. 1-0 win for Bordeaux to open up their season and get themselves up and at them. Next up, what do we got? It is Lille, of course, one of the juggernauts these days. Spent a lot of money over the pre-season, still spending money as it stands. Taking on Stade Rennes, who did finish in the Champions League spots last time around. They will be in the group stages. That's a bit of money for them. So this is quite a difficult one, of course. Depending on what kind of Rennes shows up. Of course, last season, phenomenal again. The season was abruptly ended. If the season played out for the full extent, would Rennes have been in those Champions League spots, or will the likes of Lille or Lyon been further up the field? So anyway, these two sides have played 94 times, 36 wins for the host. That is Lille, 33 draws and 28 victories for Rennes. The last 6, though, between these two sides, 2 wins for Lille, 3 wins for Rennes, and 1 draw. So Rennes maybe are the powerhouse. The last time I played in Lille was a 1-0 win back in February. Laurent Remy on the score sheet. That's ex-Newcastle striker, I believe. And the last time I played in Rennes was a 1-1 draw back in September as well. Adrien Hounou for Rennes and Jonathan Iacone on the score sheet for Lille. Heading into this, Lille have actually won 6 of the last 7 matches in Ligue 1, and they've also kept a clean sheet in 5 of the last 6 matches as well. Rennes have actually won their last 3 Ligue 1 matches as well. The bookmakers will find this one tough, because I found it tough myself. 11-10 is the odds for the hosts. 23-10 is your draw, and 5-2 is your away win on this one. Tough one, this one, but I'm probably going to go with Lille on this one. I've gone quite heavy with the goals. 3-1 in the end for Lille. Next up we have former juggernauts and a team that's the new manager, Kovic, in charge. Monaco taking on Stade Reims, another team that did finish reasonably high up the old table last time around. Now these two sides have played 51 times, 19 victories for Monaco, 15 draws, 17 wins for the visitors. That is Reims. Very, very similar to Rennes. Reims and Rennes. I'm going to get them mixed up. I know I am over the duration of the season. Anyway, the last 6, though, 1 win for Monaco, 1 win for Reims, and 4 draws, including a draw last time around in Monaco, with Wissam Ben Yedder on the penalty spot for the hosts and Hassan Kamara on the score sheet for Reims. Anyway, the last time they played in Reims was also a 0-0 draw. The last time there was a victory was sandwiched in between the two draws in the French Cup. It was a 2-1 win for Monaco, also earlier in this year, with Keita on the score sheet for both for Monaco's goals, and Boulali Daya on the score sheet for Reims. Heading into this, though, there's not really much stats on these I can't really throw at you, but they did both end the season quite poorly. Or did they? Or did they? I can't really tell. I haven't got the numbers in front of me. But the bookmakers, they'll go with Monaco on this one. 6-5 on. Red hot favourites for this one. 13-5 is your draw. 16-5 is your away win. Of course, Monaco playing in their own country. Believe it or not. Yes, it's true. And of course, they'll fancy the chances against Reims as well. New coach, new regime, new era. Going to go with a win as well. 2-0 win for Monaco to take this one to the house. Next up, we have Dijon taking on Angers. Now, over the last 6 encounters between these two sides, have been 4 wins for Angers, 2 wins for Dijon, no draws. They did play in Angers way back in August, around about this time last year. In fact, 2-0 win for Angers. They didn't play the second game of the season because it was, of course, nixed. The 2 goals coming from Mazunga with a big fat OG from Dijon, putting it in the back of his own net, and El Malali for Angers to give them the win. Away, that was at home, and the last time I played in Dijon, according to my records, was back in 2018. It was a 3-1 win as well for Angers. So it's been 3 wins on the spin for them over Dijon in all competitions. Dijon actually undefeated in their last 12 home matches in League 1. Of course, did they come up? I think they might have come up from League 2. We'll have to see. Angers have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 3 matches in Ligue 1 as well, and they've also won the last 3 matches as well. The bookmakers on this one, they will go with 8-5 for Dijon, 11-5 is your draw, 7-4 is your away win on this one. I can't remember. I think I might have gone on a draw on this one. I have a 1-1 draw in the end. I can't really separate 2 sides. I don't know too much about them, and I think as the season progresses, we'll get a good vibe and a good indication of what these two are up to. But to be honest with you, I think they're going to be struggling towards the foot of the table in the relegation sort of zone, but that's my vibe. Next up, we have Lorient. They're going to be taking on SRC Strasbourg. Now, these two sides have only played 4 times a course of time. 1 win for the hosts, 2 wins for Strasbourg, and 1 draw. Now, according to my knowledge, the last time they played was back in 2008. Goodness gracious me. Lorient with a win. It was in Lorient as well, and Ulrich Le Pen on the score sheet as well. The last time they played in Strasbourg was a 0-0 draw. So, Strasbourg, it's been a while since they've played them, and it's been a while since they've won. No real stats and figures on this bad boy. I can't really get too much excited on this one. Out of these 2 sides, I think Lorient have been, of course, in the lower divisions over the past recent years, and they haven't been in the top flight for a while. Strasbourg have been there or thereabouts in the mix for the past few seasons, according to my knowledge anyway. Heading into this, the bookmakers 31-24 Lorient, 11-5 is your draw, 9-5 is your odds for your visitors. That is Strasbourg, and that's where I've gone. I've gone with a cheeky 1-0 win. It's not a big barnstorming victory, but it's just to get themselves up and at them. Strasbourg with the victory. I don't know who will score. That's up for the debate. Next up, we have Nimes up against Brest. Cheeky. I'm going to be saying that a fair few times. Anyway, over the years, these 2 sides have played 19 times. 8 wins for Nimes, 5 draws, and 6 wins for the visitors on this bad boy. Now, the last 6 between these 2 sides have been 5 wins for Nimes, 1 win for Brest, and 0 draws, including it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 wins on the spin for Nimes, going all the way back to 2016. They did play last time out in Ligue 1, and it was a 3-0 win for Nimes. The one and only the goal scorers on that day were Furhart, Fallis, and Denke. However, the previous matches between these 2 sides were all in Ligue 2. That's right. Woo! Chucking some French at you right there. The last time they played in Brest was also a 2-0 win for Nimes. Heading into this, Brest have actually failed to score in 5 of the last 7 matches away from home in Ligue 1. They've also lost their last 3 matches in Ligue 1 as well. Heading into this, Brest have actually failed to score in 5 of the last 7 matches away from home in Ligue 1. Meanwhile, their hosts, Nimes, have actually lost their last 3 matches as well, and they've also conceded at least 2 goals in their last 3. The bookmakers will give this one probably to Nimes on this one. 6-5, they are the favourites. 9-4 is your draw. 9-4 is also your away win on this one. For me, again, this is a difficult one. I'm not too sure which way I've gone. I think I've gone with a draw on this one, 0-0. Opening day nerves and all that kind of stuff. I think Brest will be a bit cheeky and get themselves a point for this one. Next up, Nice, which is a bit nice, and I do expect these guys to go one step beyond this one. They did finish the season, of course, very, very strong last round with Patrick Vieira in charge. I think this is an ideal appointment for them, and he's done very, very well so far. Anyway, heading into this, they take on RC Lens. They played each other 85 times, 29 victories for Nice, 23 draws, 33 victories for Lens. Meanwhile, heading into this, the last 6, though, has been 1 win for Nice, 3 wins for Lens, and 2 draws. So Lens have had the better records, but they haven't played each other since 2015. It was over in Nice, and it was a 2-1 win with goals from Armavi and Dijgaard for Nice. Johan Tuzaga on the score sheet for Lens. Meanwhile, last time in Lens was also a 2-0 win for Lens. Goodness gracious me. Heading into this, Nice are actually undefeated in 11 of the last 12 matches in League 1. They're on the rise, boys. They're on the rise. Of course, brand new season. Squeaky clean start for them as well. Even Stevens is the odds for Nice for the victory. 23-10 is your draw. 14-5 is your away win on this one. With Patrick Vieira in charge, they did the end of the season pretty strong. They got Kasper Dolberg leading seen the line as well. So I do expect Nice to be up there, and I do expect them to get off with a nice win, 2-0 win at home, which will be very, very bang on. That's right. You know, I thought you knew where I was going there, didn't you? Anyway, of course, the last 2 games will be replayed at a later date, but just for giggles, I'll show you what I went. I actually went with a 3-1 win for Lyon against Montpellier. Again, that game has been rescheduled for another date, and of course, possible Champions League finalists PSG taking on Metz. I did expect them to smash them, dash them, 4-0 win in the end. And I did do all these calculations and all this kind of jazz prior before I switched on and realised that these 2 games were postponed. So anyway, if all of these games came in bang on the piss and nose, boys, bang on the piss and nose, this is what the Ligue table will look like. At the end of match day number 1, Metz will be bottom, Lens will be second, and then as you see the table strolling further up the field, Marseille will be just out the top 5 spots in 6th. There'll be Nice in 5th, Monaco 4th, Lille will be 3rd, Lyon and PSG 1st, but of course they're not playing. Postponed. Yes, I know. And just a quick reminder, get your own predictions in the comment section down below. We are doing a prediction league for Ligue 1, and we'll be there each and every match day whenever they come around. And yeah, that's pretty much it, boys and girls. That is pretty much it. Now, of course, the next time you'll see me will be in the Ligue 1 review show, where we'll take a look at your predictions and my predictions and see where we did, see where we landed in the old leaderboard, and of course, take a little look at the games themselves, results and stats and figures and all that kind of jazz. But that, my friends, is all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up, and of course, if you are new, bang the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Ligue 1 related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one rooski. If you want to go that step beyond, you can become a patron, which is the link down in the description below, patreon.com/Roverseas, where you can support the channel in another way for the price of a cup of coffee, which has been staring at me this whole video, and it's getting colder by the second. So if you want to do that, be sure to check the description. Also check out the link to my overall Ligue 1 prediction. Of course, anything else in there, maybe the prediction league explainer should be in there. Should be other links and pieces in there. Also follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you know what's happening. Be sure to bang the old little bell as well if you do subscribe. In fact, don't do subscribe. Please subscribe. Get in there, boys and girls. We are growing, and I want you on board the ride. Until then, though, I'll see you all very, very soon. Match review will be shortly after the final whistle in the last game. Maybe give it 24 hours. But until then, I'll see you soon. Bonjour, bonjour. Au revoir, au revoir. That's the best I can do. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.